Babes, what up? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I've been a little busy on just life stuff. Had my birthday, did some spring cleaning. Um, so I don't really have time the last couple weeks to make a video, but here I am. Literally on Friday, I'm gonna release this right after I do this. But we missed two chapters, so I'm kind of gonna glance over that first one and review the second one a bit more. But shit's going down. Shit is absolutely going down. Garp has ascended onto the island of pirates, and Kuzan seems to be the defender, the person who's going to try to take it to Garp, which, good luck. I don't know exactly how that's going to go. If I had to assume for the plot, it makes the most sense if Kuzan kills Garp in the name of Sword to further convince Blackbeard, because I think Blackbeard's a bigger piece of this than even I realize at this point, especially from this most recent chapter, 1082. But it's anybody's guess. It really is anybody's guess on what's exactly going to happen. But we have a Blackbeard ship headed there. We have a Law accepting defeat, which we knew. I think we all kind of theorized that he would escape. So he's escaped. The world's looking crazy. The war on Egghead is about to start. But before then, we haven't seen Luffy and the crew in over a month, which is kind of wild. I mean, Golden Week, we have a couple things that definitely happened. But is today's birthday? Yesterday was his birthday. We haven't seen Luffy in a hot minute, Zoro in a hot minute, which means shit is about to go down there. And I think that they're kind of showing you what the world's doing right now in order to prepare for the impending end. The ball's about to roll very, very fast, and it's anybody's guess. It truly is anybody's guess, because there's so many pieces to this that I have no idea. The reason why Kuzan beating Garp, even though Garp whooped his ass, put on your uniform and shut the hell up. Quit being a weak-minded fool. Schlam. People are somewhat convinced that Kuzan is now a member of Blackbeard Pirates, and I get that. I get it. I'm not convinced. I think he's definitely lazy, so it kind of makes some sense, but at the end of the day, he's a good-hearted, justice-seeking human being, and I feel like that's kind of tough to deny. He just didn't want to be a part of Sakazuki's absolute justice. He didn't want to be a part of it. He didn't want to have his name attached to that. But for him to join Blackbeard just like that after being at Marineford, it did kind of happen a little quick. Definitely a little quick. We still don't know the man marked by flames. He's been ruled out, which is funny because he was like, me? Am I the man marked by flames? It's like, no, bro, not you. But it's some supposed ghost ship wandering around with the final poneglyph, and nobody knows who or what that is. A lot of people think it's Gabon, but Scopper Gabon. But the funniest thing about Scopper is we thought he was the dude on Egghead. We've been thinking Scopper's been everywhere and doing everything, but nobody has any idea. I think it makes the most sense, and I think I like that one the best, just because all we've seen is Rayleigh. And Rayleigh is definitely a centerpiece on his importance in One Piece for the Straw Hat crew, for Luffy himself. But Scopper, the number 3, I think that he's got to be important. I mean, he's their Sanji, so I think that that's probably him on the ship, but we have no idea. We have no idea. Getting into 1082, we're starting to see a lot of moving pieces and everybody going towards the One Piece. And my first initial thought is, what's going to happen here? Because in my mind, I think One Piece ends at the Red Line. One Piece ends and Mary Schwa. That's what makes sense to me. I feel like the reason we've seen so little of it is because that's the final setting. But it almost seems like that's not going to be the case. It almost seems like everyone is heading for Laugh Tale, that everyone is heading for the end of the New World. And I'm not sure. And I'm not sure how many more of the 5 elders are going to get involved when they realize that everyone's heading for the end. I don't know. But 1082 is great. Technically, it came out this week, but it actually came out on Golden Week. I just didn't make the video because, like I said, I was pretty busy. But some solid stuff happened. They killed the boy T-Bone. Moment of silence. I can't believe they did it. That's all the silence he gets. I can't believe they did that. A kind-hearted man. He did not deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. But it makes absolute sense why he did die. A vice admiral, probably a decent star bounty, and they took him out. An innocent dude took him out too. Innocent. I mean, he's obviously not innocent anymore. We get Tsuru and Sengoku having a good conversation about kind of cross guild and what's going on in the world. Um, and then Hina's like, "Oh, Garp, yeah, Garp's been gone for a couple of days. He went to the pirate island. He's whooping some ass over there." They're like, "What?" So I don't know what that's gonna do. I don't know if the military is gonna send more people. I don't know if the Navy's gonna be like, "All right, we need to send somebody else, get Fujitora out there." But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure because killing either Garp or Kuzan at this point doesn't make any sense. Either one of them losing doesn't even make sense. So I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It would make sense if Blackbeard was actually the one. He actually comes back to Pirate Island, and there's theories, and I kind of like these theories that Devon and Lafitte are the two people on the Blackbeard ship, which would be great for Egghead because if they arrive there, Devon is able to transform into anybody, and I think that'll cause even more confusion, especially given everything that's happening there. Number two, Lafitte is able to manipulate people, which seems like very, very well. So changing sides, the idea of betrayal on Egghead, I'm looking forward to it. I would assume that we're getting into it the next chapter. Now that all the other pieces have been kind of set, but we'll see. I would love to get back into Garp as well. We didn't get to see Law and Blackbeard too much, but we all kind of knew that Law was going to lose. But it seemed like a decent fight. Anyway, we go to Cross Guild. The guy's crying because he realized that he did this to get money for his family, but T-Bone was honestly just helping the dude out, and the guy had to stab him in the back like bad, and I can only imagine how sad T-Bone's death was. Rip T-Bone, bro. They make a ship because Buggy literally has everything at his disposal, including shipwrights of the highest caliber. They made a hell of a ship for him, but it's his ship, and I love the comedy in Cross Guild is golden, is fantastic because you have these two characters that are not funny at all, that are dead faced, that are serious, that are about business, and then you have Buggy. And Buggy, they're like, let's take this to the meeting room. They're fucking pissed. They whoop his ass. Buggy already knows how it's going to go down. All the men are kind of cool with it because they're like, I mean, we have those two dudes with us. And then he makes a great point. They're talking about, well, we need overwhelming power. We need to be, establish ourselves as a military state. We need to do all this stuff. And Buggy's like, hold the fucking phone. We don't have fucking time for that bullshit. And he's right. Honestly, the world's moving too fast. He's right. We get a nice little flashback of him and Shanks right after Goldie Roger was executed. And he said, I want to be the king of pirates. Buggy, man. Buggy. From chapter, like, what? 10? Buggy D. Clown. That man is out there. That man is like, I'm going to be the king of pirates. Me. Crying. Just his head. The rest of his body's done. Looking at two ex-warlords and people whose bounty, what, is like 7 bill combined? Insane. He's like, we're gonna do this. He escapes after they whoop his ass some more, but he finds his way to a mic and he announces it to everybody. And while doing that, to keep up the facade, both Mihawk and Crocodile are pissed, but they might have to be about it now, which means that these people are getting on a ship and they're going somewhere. They're doing something, which good. I need Crocodile and Mihawk to be active. Not necessarily for Buggy, but I almost guarantee he benefits. So Cross Guild still being super exciting. One of the best additions to One Piece that I've seen in the modern era. And then we go back to the Kamabaka Queendom. On the Grand Line, we get the introduction of 4 new characters, which is kind of insane. All subordinates of each of the division leaders. They all look pretty cool. I'm a fan of the designs. Kind of talking about some powers and stuff too. And as we all believed, Sabo's not dead. There's no way that they would do that. They're not going to kill Sabo off screen when he is pivotal to One Piece in general, Luffy's story, the Resistance, everything. The revolutionaries. So he returns. He seems pretty chill about it. He was able to rescue, it seems like, a lot of people. So when they were destroyed, it seemed like that was kind of like in the past-ish. Like they were able to call that out a little bit. He said I think that he made the call when he wasn't even there. He's like, bro, I used the code. Like, come on, where you at? And I didn't even check it in chapter 1060, but I guess he did actually use that code, which is Oda, man. Oda with some of these callbacks and throwbacks, nut. Bello Betty is going to be an absolute problem for the Navy just because she's able to power up other people. And when it comes to the final war and the amount of people that she's going to be able to influence, she's going to be a fucking problem. She's going to be a problem. But they're probably going to take her out first because of that, but we'll see. We see Ivankov and Dragon sitting down with Sabo, and Sabo's finally going to tell them what happened on Mary Joie, which is so funny because I've been wanting to know what's happened on Mary Joie for the last like 200 chapters. That might be an exaggeration. Actually, I don't even think it is. No, it's not. Please tell me what happened. What went down? Where is everybody? Sabo, walk me through the journey. Tell me what happened. I'm excited to see it. I doubt we see it in the next chapter because they're going to keep making us wait. But it's possible. It's possible they start with that and then they end with back at Egghead. And I would love it. The state of One Piece is always booming, is always beautiful, and the future's bright. But I think it's going to be happening quicker than we think. People might start dying. I wouldn't hold your breath on that because it is Oda after all. But it's a pleasure. You guys have a great weekend. I love you. Bye.